Good afternoon, traders. If you can hear me, can you type 1 in the chat box so that I know you can hear me? Can you type 1 in the chat box? Let me be sure somebody's hearing me. Okay. Let's go. All right. Let's do a little bit of update on some of the pairs we have taken. It's important you know the reason why we are taking some of those pairs. All right. I told you sometimes ago that Forex is won and lost in the big time frame, in the daily and in the weekly. If you are able to get your direction well, if you are able to get it correctly in the weekly time frame and in the daily time frame, all you need to do is to come to the 4 hours and look for a setup that complies with that direction. And once you get a setup that complies with that direction, you need one more thing to do. You have to go and get a fundamental reasons why the pair should go in that direction. It is not just enough for you to be done with your technical analysis and rely on it 100%. Remember, technical analysis do not work in isolation. Trend is not driven by your technical analysis. Trend is driven by fundamentals. So, there is need to always go to the fundamental and find reason, get the news that will support your claim of the technical bias that you have. Okay? Now, we gave a trade on GBP JPY. Okay? We gave 3 trades this morning. GBP JPY, LZD, CHF, and one other trade. I'll get it later. Okay? Now, look at GBP JPY on weekly time frame. Time without number, we have made something very clear that in this weekly time frame, after this move to the downside, we have seen a 3-wave forming. All right, we want to see this 3-wave forming. We don't know where this 3-wave will stop, but necessarily we feel that these 3 waves must get to this level or break this level. That is what we think should happen. So if your bias is to be to the upside, to either tag this high or break this high, then what are you supposed to do? You need to go to smaller time frame, like daily, like 4 hours, depending on the type of trader you are, to go and find an entry opportunity that complies with that direction. All right, you need to go and find an entry opportunity that complies with that direction. Although at this level, we have expected that GBP JPY should have made at least a correction of this magnitude. All right, should have made a correction of this magnitude and then push up to the upside, but it's not even ready to make the correction at the moment. As you can see from the indicator that we use to support our technical analysis, you can see the RSI is bullish on 4 hours, and then the stochastic has reset to the low. What information does it tell you? The information this is telling you is that the strength to the upside is very strong, as can be seen on RSI, and then the stochastic has reset itself to the low, showing that downside is not imminent at all. It must still proceed to the upside. Now we enter the trade for a buy, and by now I believe everybody must have break even. Okay, so what we are expecting is that this pair should continue to move to the upside. It should continue to move to the upside. Maybe after 100 pips or 200 pips, we will assess the situation. That is if you can hold. If you cannot hold, you take your profit, wait for another correction, and get in again. All right. So that is a GBP JPY, NZD CHF, NZD CHF. Where is it? Okay. NZD CHF. All right. Let's look at the weekly time frame of NZD CHF. This is very clear, guys, and this is what I want you to be doing. Don't just open your chart and go straight to 4 hours. All right, you will know what is happening in the market. Look at NZD CHF. You can see that NZD CHF, without even making a thorough analysis for you from the back, you can see that after I made this move, he made this correction. Okay, after this correction, you should expect a move that is like equal to this wave A. If this is wave A here and this is wave B here, then you should have wave C here. All right, but that's not even what we are talking about. What we are talking about is that this structure is very, very clear. All right, this structure is very clear. This is 3 wave here to the upside. All right, this is 3 wave here. I will draw it properly for you to get it. This is a clear WXY structure, guys, in the weekly. 3 wave to the upside. This is a flat in the middle, a running flat in the middle. 3 waves here. All right, 3 waves here, and then 3 waves here. Let me now label it for you. All right, this is W, and in the 3 wave structure in the X wave, you have WXY again. Okay, this is the W here, 3 wave here, 3 waves here, X, and then 3 waves here, Y. Okay, this marks the end of X. So this is, I'm coming, let me use white for this level, this one, this labeling, let me use white, W, then this is X, big X here. All right, what are you expecting? You are expecting the Y to come over here, Y. Okay, after that, we now assess the situation. This is W, X, and Y. So if we have Y to get to this level, to like 75, or let's say 73, let's be moderate. If we are going to 73 and we are at 65, of course, you know, we still have about 700 to 800 pips to the upside. So what have I taught you before? Simple trick is to go to smaller time frame and look for entry opportunity for the upside. So if we go to 4 hours, here there was entry opportunity to the upside. Here you have entry opportunity, 3 wave down, 3 wave structure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 wave structure. Then you have the upside. 1, 2, 3, 3 wave structure. Then you have the upside. Okay, here you have a simple correction. You are proceeding to the upside. Here, if you have another structure, you proceed to the upside until you continue to buy, until you get to the level we have identified as a moderate target in the weekly structure. All right, look at here. This is a correction to the upside. You have to wait for decent correction. I always maintain before you take a buy or a sell decision. This is a simple structure. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Then connected by 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3. Let me label it with another. Let me draw it with another color. Can you see? This is a clear WXY structure. Okay, this is WXY structure, guys. W, X, and what? And Y. It's WXY structure. And after the move here, you have WXY structure, and what do you have? Boom, to the upside. These things is just, we just play with it. We play with Elliott wave theory. We just play with it along the line, and it keeps working fine and perfectly. So you are just only required to understand what the theory is saying. The labeling, as far as I'm concerned, it's not too important to me. I want to see where we are going on weekly and daily. And I come to 4 hours and see the pattern that is developing, and I follow it. So let's hold our trade on NZD CHF. Then you should ask if NZD CHF, AUD CHF, GBP CHF, all are to the upside. Then ask yourself, what is going on? Probably what is going on is that CHF is weak at the moment. All right? That means CHF is weak at the moment. And if, as you think, what could make CHF to be weak at the moment, it's not far-fetched. Of course, you know that Bitcoin has been very bullish over time. All right? So people that normally keep their money in CHF, in JPY, are safe havens. This same money they should have kept, they should have invested in CHF and JPY when dollar became very weak. That same money they have gone to invest it in Bitcoin. All right. So the liquidity, all right, the liquidity available for CHF and JPY right now is very low. So if it's very low, fundamentally, you should expect that other pairs will buy crazily against the CHF. That is why you see CHF is weak right now, JPY is weak right now, just because people have mobilized their resources for Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies investment. All right, that's why GBP CHF is bullish, NZD CHF, AUD CHF is bullish. And then you ask me, why is it that Euro USD, even though it has a bullish structure, is not buying? It's not buying. What is the problem? Let's go to Euro USD. Okay. Let's look at what Euro USD is doing at the moment. This is Euro USD here. Do you see? We had a trade setup for Euro USD at this level. That was where we enter Euro USD. Where I enter Euro USD with my traders. I enter buy. I look at it after making a decent zigzag corrective structure. It had originating impulse and then pull back to about 61.8% retracement. Here we enter buy of what? Of Euro USD. We enter buy. We bought. But look at where it is. Not making up to 50 to 60 pips for 2 or 3 days, 3 trading days. That's very poor for Euro USD. But you know why? Because at the moment, CHF is very weak. CHF is very weak right now. So if CHF is very weak, then you should expect that USD CHF, we should do opposite of Euro USD, is trying to make upside. It's trying to make upside. Why? Because at the moment, CHF is weaker than USD. So USD CHF should be making a reasonable a correction to the upside. Then if it's to the upside, then you should expect that Euro USD cannot also make upside, because Euro USD and USD CHF, they are oppositely correlated. They are negatively correlated. That is, if USD CHF is going down, you should expect that Euro USD will go to the upside. Okay, so I expect Euro USD to stay here for some time. All right, I expect it to consolidate, to range along this direction for some time. So I will advise that if you had entered with us at this level, you should take profit on Euro USD. Okay, pending the time we will see further weakness of USD. If we see further weakness of USD, then USD CHF will go to the downside, and then we expect that time that Euro USD will move to the upside, capitalizing not necessarily on a strong euro, but on a very weak or extremely weak dollar. Okay, so that is it about Euro USD. Then NZD card. Of course, we've been swinging this setup. Okay, I gave this trade at this level and I call it off. I say everybody leave the trade. Why did I say you should leave the trade? I said there's still going to be one more downside. And after the downside, we buy. Okay, the downside is completed and then we have opted for the buy. Okay, look at it. We did not bother to take the sell. What did we see? We saw a very clear structure. Okay, a very clear structure. I will not have time to begin to analyze the structure, but of course, you see, we had a break outside the consolidation area. Okay, we had bought it right from last week at this level, so we have made a decent like 100 pips, close to 100 pips on this setup now. All right, I made 115, but it's retracing to about 102 pips right now on NZD card. Then what are we expecting next? Okay, what we are expecting next is for this pair to continue to go to the upside. You stay here a little while and then move to the upside. So if you had a trade on NZD card with us right from last week, just keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. All right, NZD CHF. All right, we enter NZD CHF at this level, and I told you it's going to be a swing trade. It's going to be a swing trade idea. All right, it's going to be a swing trade idea, and I think we are making a good, decent profit on NZD CHF now. Okay, from here to here, it has done 367 pips. This 353 pips. All right, let's do it again. From here to here, yeah, by 350 pips to the upside, and it's still going, guys. Why do we say it's still going? I've told you need to come to the weekly time frame. You see the structure that is forming. Just like the other one, you have a 3-wave move to the upside here. Let me show you. You have a regular flat here. You have a move here. You have a move. That's 3-wave to the upside. Then here, you also have an expanded flat in the middle. You have a move here. You have a move here. Yes. Okay? Because here is a clear 3-wave structure, guys. It's a clear 3-wave structure. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Here you have 1, 2, 3. Let me draw it cleanly for you. Here you have a clear 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And you have 3, 3, 3. So this is W. All right? This is X. And then in this Y here, you have impulse, you have correction, you have this move to the upside. Okay? This is W, X, and Y. Okay? And Y here. And in the middle here, you have, in the middle here, let's use white. In the middle here, you have W. You have 3-wave down, W, 3-wave up, X, and 3-wave down, Y. Okay? W, X. Oh, no, sorry, I made a mistake. Just hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. 3, 3, 3. No. 3, 3, 3. Yeah. It's W, X, and then you have your Y here. You have your Y here. So this is your X wave. With X is a WXY structure. And then you have this move to the upside. Guys, if you are expecting this move to the upside, for this structure to be a complete structure, it must minimally tag this level. You are going to around 37. It will hit around 37. you have 1,000 pips to go on GBP CHF. 1,000 pips, more pips to go on GBP CHF. So if on the weekly, by your wave analysis, you made a forecast that you are going 150 pips to the upside, then what are you supposed to do? Just go back. Simple. Just go back to daily or 4 hours. Go and see the structure that is presented before you. Go and see the structure that is presented before you. As a day trader, you can still be taking all this upside as it's forming. Okay, at this level, a swing trader will enter position here. Okay, after this 3-wave move, you have 3-wave back. Here is your entry, guys. And if I plug in my indicator, you will see that this is the exact entry. Let's do it. Okay, let's plug our indicator at this level. Okay, the stochastic has reset to the low here, but RSI is not above 50, it's below 50. So we can't take a trade here. But at this level, you have RSI above 50 here, and then stochastic reset to the low. Here is the right place to take the trade. So those that swing this pair, they have made their entry around 1.2000. Now the trade is almost at 1.2700. That's how many pips to the upside, guys? 700 pips to the upside. And it still has 1,000 more pips to go. All right. But no swing traders, guys, will enter this trade. We enter buy at this level because it has gone far. What we need is that as the market is making a decent correction like this, keep taking 50 pips, 70 pips, get out of the market. This one, 100 pips, get out of the market. Now, if you make another structure like this, okay, take it, get out of the market. Why? Because as we are getting closer and closer to the supply zone, the impetus to buy becomes reduced. All right? As we are getting closer and closer to the supply zone of a market, especially daily and weekly supply zone, the buy impetus becomes reduced. So why do you want to hold such trade in such scenario? You take your trade, you bite it, you get out. You go in, you get out. 50 pips, 70 pips, you get out. But if you have had the opportunity to enter buy here at this level, you could swing because you know your potential target. Now you have made 700 pips. There's nothing wrong in you booking half of the profit. Okay, move entry to about 350 to 400 pips and leave the rest. So as it's making a correction and it's going, then keep on adjusting your stop profit level until you finally hit the potential target. Do you get it now? Do you get it? So that is how it is. All right, that's how it is with GBP CHF. And of course, you know that when I gave this trade, GBP CHF at this level, that was when we were holding training, we were holding free training on Elliott wave theory. All right, I use this pair as a practical for my students. All right, we saw this buy setup here, and we now ask ourselves that part of our daily routine before we go into buy or sell of any trade setup is to find out if there's any fundamental that back up the setup. And we got to the news, got to the news section of Forest Factory, and we read that for the rest of this year, the possibility of CHF to remain weak is there. And if CHF has possibility to remain weak, then we also know that GBP at the moment is strong because the UK government is currently paying employee at the moment, and as long as they have not back out of the program, GBP will still remain strong because the unemployment rate we have in UK now is not the real figure of unemployment rate. it's not the real figure. Many people may not be working and they are spending money. There's money everywhere right now. Okay, that's why GBP will continue to be bullish. But I think as soon as government stop the program, the possibility for that bullish run to remain will drop. We are likely going to see a correction or a sharp fall of what? Of GBP. And that is where we expect a correction or a sell setup. Okay, so that's the update on the market. Okay, let me check if we can we have update on USD JPY. All right, USD JPY. Okay. USD JPY currently, I did not give this trade, but I'm on a buy. Okay, I'm on a buy. Why am I on a buy, guys? You know this, you know the trick. The trick is simple. Go back to the weekly, look at what is happening at the weekly. All right, we want USD JPY to at least tag this level on the weekly, because the structure is very clear, guys. You have a massive impulse here, you have a three-wave down here, okay. You have in the middle here, you have this structure. Just hold on, 1 2 3, okay, on a flat, and then you have this structure down. So this is W, X, and Y. Okay, after this WXY structure, what are you expecting, guys? We want this structure to the upside to tag this level. Okay, so that at the end of the day, you have your wave A here. All right, you have your wave B here, and you have what? Wave C to the downside. This is the forecast on USD JPY. Okay, so if this is our forecast, then we want a bullish move to happen on UJ. Okay, this weekly forecast. Then let's go to 4 hours. If you go to 4 hours, what you see is very clear. Okay, here we are looking at, myself and my friend yesterday, we were looking at this as a running flat. It could either be expanding flat or a running flat, but most of the time, if you are waiting for it to make expanding flat, the pair will just go without you. But now I took a trade believing that this will be a running flat. Okay, so and I've break even the trade. So if it hits me, if it's about to form expanding flat, it will hit me out at break even, and then I can enter buy when the expanding flat is complete. So I expect that this will proceed to the upside. Okay, so that is a USD JPY. So you can also watch this pair. You can take a buy and watch after your session open. If you remain bullish, you can take a buy. Okay, but allow New York session to open. Okay, so this is the upside. This is the update we have this afternoon. I hope you have benefited something from it. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye.